Hi everybody, welcome to Mofo Films 2024. This is our first episode of the year together and I'm just like beyond excited. A lot of things have changed. I am no longer living in Portland. I moved to LA last month and it's just been like a bunch of emotions, but I'm excited. And today I thought I would share with you some tips and some things that you might find helpful if you are trying to move to another state. This was not like a move that was easy. It was not a move that was rushed. I have been planning on moving for about 3 years, but I chose LA probably around this time last year actually, and I'm here a year later and I'm excited. So let's just jump right into it. So when I decided where I was going to move, it really boiled down to 3 different cities. So it was New York, Atlanta, and LA. And the first thing that I would say that you want to do when you're deciding on if you want to move to a new place is to pick what place you want to move to. So for me, like I said, I had 3 options. I kind of wrote like pros and cons lists for each city. And honestly, LA was like just really a no-brainer. I had come to LA a lot last year because my ex-boyfriend lived out here. So he was taking me all around LA and I just really fell in love with the city. And so, I do video production and photography, things like that. So LA is the place to be, and now I'm doing content. So it really is the place to be. So that's how I chose to come to LA. It was, more about like my professional goals. And then I love the beach. I love the weather, and I just love being on the West Coast. You guys know I grew up in Portland. So the next thing that you want to do when you are trying to figure out where you want to move is look at apartments, right? Apartment searching is so hard. It's like a job, but it can be made easy. For me, I looked on apartments.com, Trulia, Zillow, just all the apartment apps, and then I go to Google and then I read like every apartment review. Like I read all the bad ones and all the good ones. So when you're looking for an apartment, like I would say like choose like 1 or 2, maybe even 3 like non-negotiable things, like things that you must have at your apartment. So for me, like my 3 non-negotiables for LA were parking, because we all know LA got a lot of people and you don't want to be coming home with bags of groceries, having to circle around the block 100 times. It's just walking at night far, like you don't want to do that. So I was able to find an apartment with parking. And then my second no-brainer was like in-unit washer and dryer. And then my third no-brainer, well actually this is probably 1, 2, and 3, is pests. Like I cannot live with roaches. I cannot live with rats. I hate bugs. I saw a spider in my apartment a few days ago and I almost had a heart attack. Like I literally, yeah. So for me, for my apartments, I saw these on I think apartments.com, and then I went to the Google reviews, because you got to do both. You got to read the Google reviews because Google has everything. So read all the Google reviews. And this place was one of the places I visited when I came to LA to look for an apartment. I looked at 2 apartments and then I had a friend go look at another one for me. I was really happy like when I moved in though, and I got my keys and I moved all of my stuff in, and so now it's starting to feel like more like home, and I'm much happier. And yeah, there's a lot of things that I love. And then even if you don't love your apartment, like within your first year, like you can always move, because I'm also finding that like when you are actually in the city, there's a lot of apartments that are not like listed online. The apartment is not that big of a deal. Find somewhere that's safe and secured, somewhere that is gated, or you have to have a key fob to get in, just so that you feel safe, security, if you can afford it, because it's scary moving into a new place, a new city. So just until you get acclimated, with the city and like your areas and your location and everything like that, just make sure your building is secure. I would say that is the most important thing. And then rats and roaches is probably the second. Well, rats and roaches is first, and then the security is second for me. Now, the next thing I would say you really want to do is save, save, save. $1 saved is like $1 earned. Okay, so any money that you can save leading up to your move, like, it's gonna be helpful because moving is so expensive. I paid like maybe like $2,500 moving, and then when you move into an apartment, like, you have to pay your first month's rent, deposit, you know, you have to buy groceries and all your cleaning stuff, just everything. So it's like you could easily spend $5,000-$6,000 just on the move in your first month, like getting there. So save your money. So for me, when I came to LA, I had about like $16,000 saved before I came here. Yeah, like $16,000 saved. And I'm not gonna lie, I don't have a job. So I will say that if you move to a new city, a job is not a requirement. I don't have a job here in LA, but I do like freelance photography, videography here because I don't want to like be depleting my savings. Like, I have to at least like make my rent every month. Like, if I'm pulling my rent out of my savings every month, like I'll be out of here in a couple of months. Like, I will be on the street like a lot of people. So make sure you have like different things that you're doing so that like you can make money. Like, I also got like my bartender little certificate and my food handler's card. I have like some nursing type license or hospital certifications and stuff like that. So I can always go get a job doing that. And yeah, like, you know, you just want to have some things in place so that like if stuff hits the fan, like you at least have a few ways that you can make money. Maybe setting up like an Uber Eats account or like a Grubhub account so you can do like DoorDash and Grubhub and stuff like that. Like, that's a really good idea. You just don't want to be like flat on your ass, you know? Like, you want to be able to like make money as soon as you're coming out here, because leaving LA just for the day is like $200 gone. Like, I've spent a lot of money in my first little month out here for sure. And then, like I said, moving costs, you can choose to either get in a U-Haul truck and drive. That's what I did. I flew one of my friends out here and we drove. And that was really good because like that person like helped me pack up everything and they helped me unpack everything, and it just kind of made the move go a little bit more smoothly. And then, like, you know, we put my car on the back of the tow dolly on the U-Haul truck, so we actually towed my car here, so I didn't like have to waste the miles or anything like that. But that cost about like $1,000 just for the truck and the tow dolly. And then gas out here ranges between like $4.50 on the low end to like, you know, $5.50 on the high end, $6 on the high end. So we had to stop and get gas like at least like 5 or 6 times. So spending like, you know, almost $100 each time. So that's like an extra $500 to $600 on gas, and then food and everything like that. So like, yeah, about like $2,000. And it was really nice to have somebody to drive with me because from Portland to California, you know, it has all the mountains and that drive was like really scary. So I'm happy that I had somebody to drive with me. So that was cool. So yeah, but then I have a friend who's moving to Houston soon, and she is doing a shipping pod. U-Haul has shipping pods, or you can go through the pod's website and fill up a pod and they'll ship it for you. And then she's shipping her car and then she's flying. So she's spending around, like, I would say all of her stuff is about like $3,000, $4,000 to ship all of her stuff from Portland to Houston. So yeah, like there's many different ways that you can get your stuff from here to there. And also, like, honestly, like the less stuff that you take, the better. For me, like I had a whole apartment in Portland and I had like bought all new stuff in that apartment last year. So I was bringing all of my stuff and I wasn't buying all new furniture and stuff. So it was cheaper to do it for me to do it that way. So, but I got rid of like a lot of clothes, a lot of shoes, a lot of excess stuff, because you just really, when you're moving, you're starting fresh, you know? So like what I found was one of the most important things was you have to be outside. When you move to a new city, you have to be outside. Like, you have to meet everybody. You have to network with everybody. You have to meet everybody. You have to go everywhere. Like, I met this really nice group of ladies, and they just made my birthday so special. And it was just really nice to have like that community. Because when you move to a new city, like, you're all by yourself. If you are moving by yourself, you're all by yourself, so you don't really have like that community. So building that community is super important. You cannot be inside the house. If you move, you have to be outside meeting people. You can join Facebook groups, go to the gym, go play basketball, go meet some people, go out, don't sit at home. But outside does cost. So make sure you're paying attention to that savings and that card statement, because the money goes fast. But you got this. Moving is tough, but you can do it. And most people, like, they don't just make decisions like, oh, I'm just gonna make this decision and then do it. Like, most people sit and think about it, and they really plan, and they really their heart's really into it. So if your heart is really into moving and wanting to get out of your current situation, like, you should do it. Like, you gotta switch it up, and you'll find everything you need. Like, people will point you in the right direction. People are a lot more helpful than what society wants you to believe. Everybody is just trying to make it on their own. Everybody's just regular people. A lot of people are, nice, and, don't be too trusting, don't be gullible, but just be smart, about what you're trying to do, and just understand that your life begins when your comfort zone ends. I saw that quote too. Your life begins when your comfort zone ends. So you have to, do what makes you happy, and that's what I'm trying to do. I'm out here. We started this podcast in Portland. And now we're in LA. Like, so this is like the beginning. Like, if I make it big, like, you guys saw it here first. Like, this is where we started. Like, so we went from Portland to LA. Like, that's progress. So I'm just really excited, and I'm really optimistic about this next year of my life. And my birthday just happened, and so I've been reminiscing and ruminating and going back and forth about a lot of different things. And I'm just so blessed and happy and grateful to be able to trust myself to make choices, and then also chase and follow my dreams. So thank you guys for watching. You guys are going to be getting a lot of content coming up, because you guys got to see my life now. Like, I want you guys rooting for me, and I want to root for you guys too. So let me know what you guys liked about this podcast in the comments and things like that. Let me know some places that you guys are thinking about moving to. Let's just get the discussion going. And don't forget to like and subscribe, and you guys can hit the little notify bell so you guys don't miss any content or anything like that from me. So thank you guys for watching. You guys are always the best, and I love you. In LA, in LA, That's a wrap for you, baby.